Yeah, I'm Zach Kozyrski, or the guys call me Hunter. I play for Perth Crisis.
How are you guys going this weekend?
Actually, we've had a really good weekend. We're undefeated currently, coming out of prelims. We had a couple of draws, but we've come into the top seed, moving into the semi-finals. So yeah, we're pretty stoked. Austin he's our snake player. He's just an absolute beast, really athletic, great shot. So he's a real standout of our player, a standout player on our team, and always has been, pretty much from our inception. Mike Downing doing work down the Doritos side. And Matho, Dave Matheson, just killing it up at the wall. So we kind of got every spot covered. I think that makes us difficult to scout. There's a few other teams, you know, they've got a strong D side or a strong snake side or maybe a strong wall presence, but I think we cover sort of most areas of that. And luckily we don't just have one or two players that can do that. We've got a specialist team that can really do a broad range of jobs. So I think that's one of the reasons why we're doing so well.
Sounds dangerous.
Everyone's doing their bit. I feel like we have a really strong roster. We've got a solid Dorito side, attacking side. We've got Matho that is just wild in the centre. Then we've got young Nick. He's really up and coming in the snake side, who plays with me. Obviously Marcelo. Everyone's doing their bit, you know. I feel communication's been good. Yeah, I feel like the team's really gelling. It's been getting better and better every event. And I'm feeling really good this event, so hopefully we can get the series.
Honestly, the great thing is our team in different matches has had a bunch of different standout players, you know, and I think that's really valuable. You know, you look at Austin, Mike down on the Dorito side, Stevie, Zach, Matho, Nick Lamb, the younger snake player on our team. You know, every single person, Dave Phillips, across the board, we've had, you know, them contribute something very valuable. And that's something that I've tried to, you know, teach these guys from the start of the season is in order to win one of these events, you can't have just one player standing out. You have to have multiple players standing out. That way, you know, it's really easy to shut down one player, right? But, you know, when you're watching a team and they have 5 players that are, you know, in different points pulling stuff out, it's really tough to do anything about it. So I think our whole team across the board is doing a really good job of, you know, stepping up when they need to, and everybody's had a piece in a lot of our wins.
1 minute remains.
Yeah, right.
Marcelo's been with us from the very beginning as well. Anyone who knows who Marcelo is, he's played for some of the top teams in the world. He's literally one of the best players on the planet. So it's probably another reason for our success, not just because of what he does on the field as a player, but what he brings to the team off field and how we learn from him and the way he educates us. You know, he's pretty rough, he's pretty nasty, we often get chewed out, but I think we respond well to that. You know, there's no time for feelings on a pro paintball team.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, he does have very high expectations, but that's what you need. If you want to be the best, you've got to have those expectations. If you don't live up to those expectations, you're taking a seat. And we're a performance-driven team. If you're not working out in the field, you're not working off the field and then putting in the points on field and that, you're going to be sitting down because there's a bunch of guys on the team and everyone's super talented. So you really need to fight for your spot on Crisis.
I've only ever played against Marcelo over the years, really. But no, it's great to have him on the team, and obviously you can always learn from his experience and his motivation to all the guys, especially the young guys as well. It's really good for them. And all the pros here as well, it's great for Australian paintball. It really gets the name out because, the scene's not very big here, and it's really great for it to grow. It's brilliant. So this event is amazing for how many people have flown over. It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, lucky I was in front of you.
Man, it's amazing. I mean, how often do you get the opportunity to play against some of the top people on the planet? It doesn't come around very often, yet I get to do it 4 times a year over here. And it's great because it brings up our level of play. We see it as a massive opportunity to grow and improve. And also, it sort of brings a bit more attention onto our sport here in Australia globally because, those guys have massive followings. I'm a fanboy. I love these guys. I follow what they do, and so do a lot of other people. So, it's great. It's great for Australian paintball.
So far this weekend's been really good. We're undefeated. We did tie our last game, but I believe it was probably the toughest team that we were up against DMG. Right now we're sitting with 4 wins and a tie.
So do you think DMG is your biggest competition this weekend?
Yeah, they're a great team. They play semi-pro over in the NXL. They just won the series. They won World Cup. They won 4 out of 5 events, as a matter of fact. So it'll either be them or, there's a few other teams that are, typical top dogs here. SWAT is really good. Explicit could come out and be good. And then, a lot of the teams have other Americans guesting with them. So, there's going to be a sleeper team that slips in there for sure and will give us good games.
SWAT always give us a good game. Explicit, but they seem to be blowing hot and cold a little bit this weekend, but they always seem to give us a good game. Expendables, which we've played, that was a very close game. It was the first game of the weekend. We only won that by 1 point. But I feel like DMG was going to be our toughest game, which we just played, so we'll see.
Well, currently we're in the top seed. Underneath us is DMG. They'll be playing SWAT. They're in 3rd place, and then under them is Expendables coming in at 4th. Look, DMG, Sacramento DMG, they're an amazing squad. I've been scouting them a lot before they even got here, and watching those guys, they've got it all. They move well, they break shoot great, they've got everything going for them. So they'll probably be the toughest team, I'd say. We drew with them in the prelims, and if we make it into the final match, I'm expecting to be playing those guys. Yeah, well, look, we came into this series, the first 3 events, we come second in the first one, and we won the last 2. So we were the series leader by a clear mile, and we knew that we had to make it out of the prelims and get into the semis to be able to secure the series. So that was our first goal. We managed to achieve that, coming into the top seed now. So that's goal number 1 down. Now it's kind of like hitting the reset button. Now it's all about winning Masters and winning this event, which is going to be the hardest event, obviously, of the year because everyone wants this and like everyone's putting in hard work. So that's our next goal, is to just really, we've got Expendables next. Look, they're okay. They're not playing the best paintball they've played, but for some reason, they're always a tough team for us. You know, they're our biggest rival, or have been all year. So, you know, if we can just get through that match, you know, come up against the DMG guys. They're looking tired. I don't know whether it's the jet lag. They don't have their full pro squad here. They've got a couple of their D3 guys come in. I'm confident we can beat them.
Win the event, win the series. That's it, straight up.